So as Florida becomes warmer and warmer as the months progress, and as we warm out from our pre-summer thaw, right, our winter into the summer, it's very important that us Floridians, and even if you're traveling down here, that you should get your early mornings and get everything done early morning. And here's why. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I know a lot of the videos have kind of slowed down just a little bit. I ran into some problems with my Ironman training video. Unfortunately, a lot of the audio kind of got jumbled and messed up. So there was supposed to be an Ironman video coming up, but I lost that. So now I'm re-recording an Ironman video. So that's it took up a good chunk of my time. But it is what it is. You just roll the punches and you just go with it. But you're not here for my Ironman videos. If you are here for my Ironman videos, or if you want to follow along, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And you can follow my Strava, which I'll put down below and in the link in the description. If you can kind of follow my training along then with my biking, my swimming, my running, stuff like that. But anyways, the sellout about the Ironman stuff out of the way. Yes, as the little intro and the little blip of the video talks about, I'm talking about why it's important that you need to get all your errands done, or your shopping, or whatever it may be, done early morning. And yes, it means you might have to wake up at like 7 o'clock on a weekend, because you do not understand what happens in the Florida summer. During Florida summers, it gets ungodly hot and ungodly humid very, very quick. I kid you not, it can be 8 o'clock in the middle of June and it will already be 80 degrees with 85% humidity immediately up here in Northeast Florida. And the further south you go, the worse it gets. It can be like 90 out or something. But the more south you get, the more humid it gets, because it's a more tropical climate down there. And let me tell you, it gets brutal and it gets hot quick. So you want to get your stuff done as quickly as you can, because you can't beat that heat. Once that heat comes, if the sun comes out, like right now, I'm in the shade. But once you stare around, if you're outside for more than like 15 minutes, you're already starting to break a sweat, brother. And you're gonna be in for it. Like, you're gonna have, and the next thing that I'm gonna talk about, swamp ass. But for right now, it just gets hot, and it gets hot quick, and it stays hot. It doesn't cool off. Because especially when summer months come around, it's gonna be 80 and it'll stay 80. The low will be 80. Maybe the low will be 78, but it's still gonna be humid as hell. But then now you're dealing with the good old swamp. And let me tell you, dredging that swamp, that bruise down below, that takes a minute to deal with. And you still living down here all your life, or if you just move down here, you never truly get used to it, because no matter what you do, you can't win against it. That's the next thing up, is swamp ass. And the reason why you need to get your errands done early in the morning, because you're gonna brew that swamp. You're gonna brew the Everglades in your pants. And I know it's descriptive, I know it sounds gross to some people, but the people who live down here, and even people in South Florida, can attest to it. That stuff's killer. No amount of baby powder can put that water, that swamp away. That stuff brews, and it comes, and it doesn't stop. And it starts, and it's gonna stay with you until all October and November, when it finally starts to cool off. So you wanna get your errands done as quickly as you can, because you don't wanna be walking around, because next you know, you start chafing too. Because it starts getting, everything starts rubbing, and next thing you know, you're walking around like a penguin, because you chafed your inner of your thighs, because they got a little too dry, or they got a little too moist, and everything starts rubbing together, and all of a sudden you're in a world of pain. But you want to get your errands done, your shopping done, everything done early, because quite frankly, as it gets hotter, that swamp's coming. We may be in a drought, but you're not in a drought down below. Now with the swamp out of the way, now the next thing up, honestly, in my opinion, just getting your stuff done. And I know it's rich coming from the guy who wakes up at 4 a.m. and works out at like 5:30, talking about getting your stuff done early. Yes, I know it's very hypocritical, and I know it's very rich coming from me, at least. But here's the thing. If you get the stuff done out of the way, like your shopping, your errands, and all that stuff done, then you can enjoy the rest of your day. And being out in Florida, I've always preached, I'm preaching to the choir here, being outside in Florida is the best. And yeah, I know you gotta deal with the swamp, but if you're around some kind of body of water, who cares, right? Everything's getting cleaned out regardless. But you're at the beach, you're at a lake, you're at the St. John's River, you're at the Intercoastal, you're at a spring, whatever it may be, you're just enjoying your time and being outside. If you're fishing, you're having a good time. You're not like in agony that you're sweating your ass off, or you're dehydrated, or you feel you're gonna have heat exhaustion because you're doing your errands at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday or a Saturday when there's no clouds in the sky and you're just wanting to die because you got a late start to your day. But that's the whole point. You want to get it done out of the work early. So when it's nice and cool out, cool, use that loosely, but when it's cooler out, before it turns and it feels like you're in an oven that just got turned to 10 immediately, and you can't get out of that oven, you're trapped in it, because that's Florida heat. And the further south you go, the worse it gets. So you just want to get your stuff done and out of the way. And this one's a little quick, but for people who are like do train early in the morning, you can attest to it, that training in the afternoon or mid-morning to early afternoon sucks. Running, biking, swimming, whatever it may be, it sucks. Swimming probably not as much because you're in a cooler water and you're not as bad, but for training for that kind of stuff, like if you're doing triathlons or whatever, if you're just running for sake of running, you can attest to the longer that you wait, the worse that run's gonna be, and the more it's agonizing it's going to be. And yeah, even if you work out, like walking outside the gym at like 10 a.m. sucks too. But like for people who run, for people who bike or walk or do whatever activity wise, from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., it's just like brutal. You can attest, I can attest to it, you can attest to it. It sucks. And it sucks at times, but sometimes you do have to train for it because that's what you have to do. But overall, if you're just trying to be active, training at those times are the absolute epitome of disaster, because you know that you're going to be in for a world of hurt, because it's just going to be hot and humid, and you're not going to bring enough water, and you probably will get severely dehydrated, and it's just going to suck. But anyways, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and now know kind of glimpses and pieces as to why you should get your errands done or your training done, whatever it may be, as early as possible in the day when you're a Floridian, or if you just moved down here or came down here for vacation, because you're going to be, you can't beat the heat no matter how hard you try. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, take the comments, and let me know what you think. If you guys are locals around here or local Floridians, let me know what you guys do in your routine. But if you do guys did like this content and you want to follow along with my Ironman, be sure to leave a like, subscribe down below, follow the Strava if you guys want to track the Ironman training, for me at least. But hope you guys have a great day. Hope y'all take care. Now, see you guys in the next video, y'all. Have a good one.